Live on Your Sideline is sponsored by Side & Stricker Nobi John Deere.
Well, come on in from that chilly weather outside and warm up right here on Sideline, if you will. I'm Corey Miller, and it's district title week for high school football playoffs and another week of a ton of local schools still in the chase for a state title. So let's get right to it. Well, the fire was out for the St. Mary's Dragons hosting Rockwood Summit in a great matchup earlier tonight. Dragons flying high early. David Leonard to Chase Hendricks, and that's good for 6 right there. Now, Summit, they have a dominant running back. His name is Eli Stevens. And watch him get this carry, and he's just not going to go down. He's going to go into the red zone. That would lead to a field goal for Summit. Now, before this game, Mizzou commit Jamal Roberts promised me a highlight. And like he usually does, he delivered. He breaks through, turns on the Jets, and he is gone down the sideline for a score. He's got some skills. St. Mary's wasn't done yet. This time it's going to be an absolutely perfect pass from Leonard right into Donovan McIntosh's hands, right in the end zone. You can't throw it any more perfect than that. That's another score. St. Mary's would go on to win this playoff matchup 48-3 over Summit. Over to Francis Howell. Vikings facing rival Zumwalt North in a rematch from earlier this year. Check out this first play. Howell's Jude James goes up and says, "Get out of here with that." That's a rejection. You see that on the basketball court. Vikings defense was all over the field tonight. They pounce on that fumble. It's going to be Bryant Thomas who recovers it. Then not long after, it's going to be Brady Holtman who's going to capitalize on the short run off that turnover. Howell wins big over Zumwalt North 42-7 to keep their undefeated season rolling. Let's take a pause to look at the best running back duo in the entire state of Missouri. Of course, I'm talking about the MICDS combo of Steve Hall and Winston Moore. And they've scored 62 touchdowns this season for the 10-1 Rams. And guess what? It's split right down the middle at 31 scores apiece. And as you may expect, there's a bit of a friendly rivalry between these two when it comes to finding the end zone.
In the game, I scored the first touchdown. And then he scored like 6 in a row. And when I was in the huddle, I was like, I can't let Winston have all the fun. I literally said that out loud. And then I rattled two long touchdown runs off. So
it is a little bit, just a little friendly competition. It definitely like boosts both of us just to be able to perform at our best. But it's just a little friendly competition, you say.
All right, so let's check out MICDS on the road facing Eureka. And it's not the running backs, of course, but it's the QB, Brian Gould, who keeps it. He gets to the edge, and he's going to get in the end zone. Great play right there for the touchdown. 7-0 Rams. Later on, the Wildcats going to be facing a 4th and 1 on the goal line. They go for it. Jace Peterson keeps it. He gets into the end zone for the touchdown. That tied the game at 7, but MICDS would pull away. They win 34-14, so the Rams state championship dream is still alive. Congrats to Eureka on a great year. St. Charles West hosting perennial power Lutheran North. And this is going to be a grown man pile, folks. Everybody pushing back and forth and back and forth. Oh, man, that's a goal line push if I've ever seen one to get St. Charles West in the end zone. Shout out to the big fellas on the line there. Now, here's a nice play from Lutheran North. This is going to be Eric Reedus, who goes up, going to make this great catch right there. That gets it into West territory for Lutheran North. But it is St. Charles West who pulls off the huge win over Lutheran North, 24-7. They win the district. One of the best matchups tonight was Marquette against CBC. The Cadets are the favorites, but the 10-1 Mustangs had something to prove too. In talking with them earlier this week, they were ready to come out and play like they had nothing to lose.
I think our kids are fearless, right? They've stepped up to every challenge that's ever been put in front of them. This group, in the senior group, they've won more games at Marquette High School than any class in school history.
We got nothing to lose. It's fun, games like this, you put it all out there and know that whatever the outcome is, like, it's no big deal, but especially winning this game is big, and this year is definitely a year we can do it.
All right, so let's see if Marquette could pull the upset on CBC. It's a tough task. And they'd have to stop this man, Jeremiah Love. You've heard his name before on this program. He gets the ball, and if you've heard his name, you probably know how this one's already going to end. He ends up in the end zone. Cadets up 14-0 early. Later on, here is a great play from the Mustangs, and it is a great play. Jack Albrand is going to roll out to his right, throws deep to the end zone, and Gavin March is going to come down with it. Oh, my goodness. That's one of the best catches we've seen all year. Great catch and touchdown. But it wouldn't be enough. CBC keeps on rolling as one of the best teams in Missouri. They win tonight 42-7 over Marquette to advance. Vashon on the road taking on Parkway Central, and it's going to be Michael Cooper getting the ball for the Colts. And this is going to be one heck of a run. Down the sideline, Vashon can't catch him. Watch this, he's going to hit the Superman dive, gets into the end zone for 6. Great play. Marquise Gleghorn for Vashon can make some nice runs too. He's going to hit an open hole right there. He's going to get to about midfield on that one. But Parkway Central was too much tonight. The Colts go on to win over Vashon 17-7. Let's go down I-70. Check in on DeSmet in Columbia facing Rockbridge. Spartans were running all over the place. Christian Cotton keeps that ball. He gets 6. Then it's Elijah Thomas. He's going to force his way in as well. DeSmet goes on the road and wins 44-21 to win their district.
Tackle Hunger is sponsored by Neighbors Credit Union. Here you belong.
Now, we've certainly brought you a lot of amazing highlights this high school football season, but one of the biggest impacts this year has been made off the field. Our Tackle Hunger initiative to benefit Operation Food Search in partnership with Neighbors Credit Union has collected more than 40,000 pounds of food from our Game of the Week schools. That's enough to help 11,000 people in the area who need it. And the enthusiasm from our local high schools has been incredible to see.
Oh, there's so much excitement at the schools. Lutheran High School in St. Charles brought in 6,720 pounds. I think it's just a great way for students and their parents to learn about food insecurity. And, you know, a lot of students have classmates that are probably dealing with food insecurity and they might not even necessarily know it.
Here's a quick look at a few other games around our area from the playoffs tonight. Hillsboro and Timberland are moving on with district title wins. This sets up a heavyweight matchup between Timberland and Francis Howell next week. Well, it is not just football playoff season, though. Freeburg Volleyball is up at state this weekend as the only Metro East volleyball team still playing. Volleyball has a storied history at Freeburg with 4 state titles over the years, and this year's team is hoping to add a new chapter.
Last year, we lost our first round of postseason, so to be able to transform this team and be able to go to state has been a dream come true.
We've had a really strong season throughout, but we've gotten really hot in the postseason, and they're kind of continuing the Freeburg powerhouse tradition with volleyball.
Here's an update from the semifinal game earlier today, and Elmhurst did get the better of Freeburg in 3 sets. Freeburg will play for 3rd place tomorrow. Coming up, one local quarterback is helping take Lindenwood football to new heights. His story up next. Well, Sunday's Sports Plus is one you won't want to miss. We've got the inspiring comeback story of former Cardinal Scott Spezio and an extended sit-down with the one and only Joe Buck. And Joe has similar thoughts to a lot of fans on what the Cardinals should do this offseason.
I'm dreaming of Trey Turner, but there are other general managers dreaming of Trey Turner. You give me a shortstop, kind of need that position, that's got power, can hit for average and can run and is a winner and a gamer type player. I don't know how that's not the guy you unload for.
Busy time on the sports calendar. Mizzou, Illinois picked up college basketball wins tonight, and St. Louis City SC had their expansion draft. We'll break it all down tomorrow. That is all for 5 on your sideline tonight. I am Corey Miller. Have a great night, St. Louis.
Five on Your Sideline was sponsored by Seidenstricker Nobi John Deere.